We're Eric.
I'm not that big.
Don't make this about you, Christian.
Okay. So, new position. What's going on?
So, yeah.
Tell it to me doggy style.
Doggy style.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot, it's a lot to take in at first. 'Cause you get out there and you're like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do it like a dog. And then it was surprisingly easy.
Man, it was a pretty good show that y'all put on. I did not expect, like you said, you hit me up about going to an open mic during the week, but I had no clue y'all had another show planned already. Like, that's awesome.
Appreciate it. Yeah, so Union Station has a new owner, and he's really wanting to promote it as a comedy spot. So we'll be doing...
Shout out to Ron, by the way, for working this whole deal out with us.
Ron, you're the best.
Ron, you're the man.
Love you, Ron.
Was that the dude at the booth, the sound booth?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was chill.
Yeah, super cool guy. I haven't met the owners of the last one, but but I really like this dude. So we're gonna be doing open mics every Monday, and then we'll be doing...
Really? There?
Yeah.
Nice. So did you do one this past Monday?
No, not yet.
Starting on the 20th.
Yeah.
So, okay. So yeah, this is a lot to pull together really quick. He must have said, given you a green light or something to go ahead with more shows.
Oh yeah, I think what was the kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say like straw that broke the camel's back because that sounds like a bad thing, but like I think the thing that kind of pushed over the fence was like the show that we put on Saturday. It went well. Everybody did an amazing job. Shout out if any of you guys are watching any of the performers. You all did awesome. We pulled together a show kind of last minute. I mean, we had like 5 days, and it was awesome.
It was chill, man. And then like the crowd that came in and watched, they were drunk, and I'm like, oh shit, hecklers, and there really wasn't any of that going on.
No.
And the little bit of drunkenness that did show out was like positivity.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, that's always a great environment, dude.
It was a great vibe. There was one dude that was heckling me at the bar while I was trying to order a drink. And then he came in there and I was like, this guy was heckling me while I was just being a customer. Like, he's definitely going to cause a problem here. But he didn't. He was super cool. Laughed at a decent amount of my jokes.
One of the people that were there, they got, because they had a deal on domestics, and he opened all the bottles at the same time. he put them in front of me. He was like, "Good job, you can have these." But he put 2 buckets in the bucket, so there were like 12 beers in this one bucket, and I was like staring at Rocky, and I'm like, "Rocky, want these?" And he's like, "Hell yeah, man, I drink beer." And I'm like, "This is the thing for you, then." Like,
get smashed. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I love shit like that. Yeah, it was a good time, man. I got 2 of those dollar Jello shots, and a Sprite, and that was all right. You know what I'm saying? I can't do the heavy drinking anymore, but
yeah, well, the Jello shots,
they were pretty good, dude.
I hadn't had a Jello shot before I went to New Jersey, and I was super confused when they put Jello in front of me. They were like, "Yeah, we're getting drunk." I'm like, "Okay, but what about this Jello?" And then my girlfriend's like, "It's a shot," and I'm like, "Of Jello, though."
You're out there trying to give you like a sugar high.
Yeah, we're gonna get wasted on this Jello. You are gonna be so uncomfortable.
Yeah. Dude, imagine how shaky your belly would feel after eating a whole bunch of Jello. Like, just taking it.
Well, yeah, it's pretty great.
Like, you ever drink a lot of water and you can feel that your stomach is full of water?
Swoosh, 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 swoosh.
That disgusts me. I couldn't have a child in there.
I'm thinking of like shotgunning a beer can, but it's Jello now for some reason. Like you stab the side with a screwdriver, and then you go destroy your whole throat.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm pretty sure that's what they do with tapioca pudding in like retirement homes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what tapioca pudding is actually.
It's like rice pudding.
I'll
but
show
more
you.
Pudding, less. Well, I think it has tapioca in it.
It's a little chunky, but it still goes down good.
Oh god.
That's so horrible.
There's no good way to describe it. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's all right, but there's no good way to describe it.
And it's moist.
Is it white?
Well, you know it.
It's it's not even like regular white. It's like off white.
Of course.
Like
dirty white.
It's like Kid Rock. It's a dirty white.
Oh God.
Yeah, because like
I'm about to make myself puke.
Just like you open it up and it's just Kid Rock in there, and he's like, "I'm chunky, I'm white, and I'm ready to party."
Sounds like me. I might be Kid Rock.
It would be crazy to meet Kid Rock and find out that he's calm too. Like like he's just a normal person. I always imagine him just like shotgunning a beer, lighting illegal fireworks, like just living his worst life. But I feel like if you met him now, because he's been doing it for so long, he'd just be like, "Hey, what's up? Gonna go drink a kale shake."
I don't think he knows what kale is. I really don't. I think that he would be hard pressed to describe kale to you. If you put a gun to his head,
Thick lettuce.
It's dummy thick spinach, I think.
Like Kid Rock, now maybe I could see him being calm.
Yeah.
But at his like peak Kid Rockness,
Bullshit. He's on Adderall.
you don't think he's just?
You think it's like his personality now, though? Like, you know, Sam Kinison, like, hey, would just walk to a party and then people just like throw cocaine into his nose. Do you think that people just throw PBR at Kid Rock?
Meth.
Yeah.
PBR is not what they're throwing at Kid Rock. Meth is for sure. Like, I've never
Cocaine.
Yeah, all the stimulus.
Yeah, that makes stack or two.
Well, because as soon as you
my friend's brother
Monster.
got addicted to stack or two, and he was like smoking it and shit. And
What?
like listening to him describe it gave me like horrible anxiety because one, I didn't know that was possible. Two, I could have saved a lot of money on truck stop crystal meth if I had just been smoking.
You ever smoke truck stop crystal meth?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
No, I only do stacker twos. We just.
is that like a brand, like truck stop meth?
I don't know, man, but I know. Dude, I just found out recently that bull haulers take this bull hormone. It's some kind of stimulant drug, and they dip their toothpicks in it, and they chew on toothpicks to keep them up.
So is a bull hauler just someone who hauls bulls?
Yeah, because those people that run wildlife, they're under essentially a little bit different rules, and like they have to get to their destination so that the animals don't die on board because I think, if I'm not mistaken, one death, the whole load is not good. But I think that's bullshit. But
because they're bulls,
so if one dies, they just kill the rest of them.
I don't
throw away
that,
the whole bunch.
That's trucker lore bullshit that I don't know the FDA regulations behind. I just know my shit behind milk.
You just hear it in the Flying J showers.
Yeah.
From time to time.
Written on the bathroom stall, like, did you know?
It's just like a paragraph. This is a factual statement.
And by the way, go to Infowars.com.
While you're getting ready for the glory hole.
They're making the freaking bulls dead.
Oh, man.
Fuck these bulls, dog.
Speaking of hauler, not that kind, but like the southern type of hauler, like a valley. I was trying to explain it to because my girlfriend and her family, obviously they're Northeasterners, so like explaining a hauler was kind of weird. Like if I say it to you, you're probably like, oh, a holler, like, oh, over there in that holler.
Like a valley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I say it to them, they're like screaming. Are you talking like a landscape of yells? And I'm like, not exactly.
Where people are getting raped.
Wait,
Like,
so like white trash girls from Eastern Kentucky are just valley girls?
Oh fuck! I wish you hadn't said that. It makes a lot of sense, but I don't like it.
Yeah. If the holler just means they're like, I'm from the holler, like, oh, you're a valley girl.
This one girl like courted, I guess you could say, like me online for like,
Was that like
you
a
know,
queef or-
talk to me, you know, and we had a relationship or whatever for like a month. And then she got me to come to this wedding in Eastern Kentucky, and this was when I was like 20. And so, like, I saved up money. I went out there. I got a hotel room, you know.
So would you say like $25 to get a hotel room in Eastern Kentucky?
Nah, but we went through all this shit, and I come to find out she just wanted me as a date to her cousin's wedding because she knew that her ex-boyfriend was going to be there, and she wanted him to be jealous.
Was her ex-boyfriend the cousin that was getting married?
Nah, but it was some weird shit.
Yeah.
But it was a bummer.
Yeah, I
The
don't.
Valley girls are the fucking worst. Fuck them holler girls.
I ain't no holler back girl. I ain't no valley back girl.
Yeah. No, I hate Eastern Kentucky. I really do. I hate it with a clear passion.
I've never been there and been like, I should come back here. Every time I go there, I'm like, I shouldn't be here.
When babies are born, they're like, I should not be here.
It's like being in a really bad neighborhood that's really like just green and open.
Yeah. It's like being in a really bad neighborhood that goes on for fucking hours. You're like, am I not out of here yet? And it's always dark, like as soon as you get there, because the mountain's just dark.
You're like, I hope I don't break down so the sheriff doesn't murder me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like, because there's no accountability there. Because no one's coming to Eastern Kentucky. And if they're like, oh no, this guy disappeared there, they're like, oh, fuck it. Like,
Yeah.
If I make an appearance in Eastern Kentucky, I'm basically like my cousin Vinny. That's how they look at me. Like, who's this guy?
It's not far off though. For
Who's this guy with his shoes? What are you wearing under them shoes? Socks? Like, what?
what do you got on your feet? What are those?
What are those things?
Dude, there's worms that come up out of the ground in the southeast into your feet. So if you walk around shoeless, they affect your DNA over a course of time, make you dumber.
Yeah, I think
I heard a Kendrick Lamar song about that.
Rockefeller.
He can write anything.
Such an artist.
I'm pretty
Rockefeller.
sure it was Rockefeller or Carnegie that worked on the hookworm, because I think they're called hookworms, like problem in the South. Because they're like, everyone in the South is dumb. And he's like, maybe I'll cure hookworm, and they won't be. And they still fucking are. But they he tried. He gave it a shot. Do you guys consider Louisville a southern city or Midwestern city?
I consider it thoroughly mixed.
If you ask northern people, we're southern. If you ask
we're right on
people,
that border.
We're too far up. Like
geographically we are.
Bardstown and down, like that's the South.
Right.
Like, if you ask a southern person, but if you ask like a northern person, they're like Indiana. Like that's where the South starts. I think. Like.
Yeah.
Plus, we're in a unique spot. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. We're pretty centrally located to the eastern U.S.
But what about St. Louis?
What
Midwest.
about it? Yeah, definitely Midwest.
Why are they definitely Midwest?
Well, Chicago's also Midwest.
Okay, but St. Louis is like the same parallel that we are.
But they're more western.
Once you get more into that
and more mid
central time zone, once you hit central time zone, it's like Midwest and central.
But
US.
Texas is on the central time zone.
But they're Southwest.
Yeah. Well, I'm just pissed off that Missouri automatically.
You don't. If you drive 10 hours east from here, you're hitting ocean on many routes.
Right.
If you drive 10 hours west from here, you're not probably crossing into past the central time zone. The West, I've driven the country many times. The West is so far spaced out, it's nuts. I was traveling north into like Washington. I don't know. It's a blur when you're out like on the road and shit. I was heading into Washington. I was maybe in Oregon at the time, into Washington. I was on the interstate and I saw a car in the median on fire and just like looked like a crazy accident. I'm like, should I stop? Like, what the hell is going on? And I'm like, surely I'm not the only person that's seen it. I'm sure help's on the way. And
Somebody
then
else
like,
will worry about that
Good
shit.
old bystander effect.
well, yeah, I know. In retrospect, I feel like a piece of shit because an hour and a half later, I see like 2 ambulances, a fire truck, and some cops screaming down the interstate. And then it was like another 3-4 hours till I got to a town and I realized that they had all that distance to cover
Wow.
to get to whatever that was.
What, someone's death, probably, I would imagine.
I mean, yeah, and by that point, I mean, it was charred remains just ablaze with nothing around. Like,
You could've stopped
I
it.
slowed down. I slowed down. I didn't
You could have saved those people.
pour my piss jug on it. You know what I'm saying?
So, I don't really like places that are very far from other places. I remember I went to Foxworth, Mississippi, which is like right on the Louisiana border. And they had a gas station that was the whole town. Like, it had like clothes in there, and it was a restaurant.
Oh yeah,
And
dude.
it had school supply, like everything was in there. And they had wild chickens in the parking lot. Like, there was a herd of, I don't know what you call a lot of chickens in one place.
I think that's it. I think it's
a
like
herd.
a lot of chickens.
Just a copious amount. There were like 40 chickens in this parking lot. So
How are you getting that? What are you just eyeballing it like Rain Man? You're like, that's 40.
you know Duck Duck Goose?
Yeah.
It's like that, but with chickens and counting.
That made it more confusing.
That sounds
it's,
like
it's
counting.
nothing like Duck Duck Goose.
Yeah.
It sounds like counting with extra steps.
Yeah. I don't think there were any extra steps. It was
How do you
just
add
kinda
an
like-
extra step to counting? That's just called like a.
If you're
distance or
duck goose,
algebra.
you're like duck 1, duck 2, duck 3.
Duck 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 1, Duck 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 2. Like, yeah, I can see that.
Have you guys ever fucking played Duck Duck Goose? That's not how you play.
Well, maybe we're
Duck,
playing it right
duck,
and you're playing
duck.
it wrong.
Duck. Goose.
Yeah, you're not counting the kids in the classroom. You're not like
That's what I'm
Yes,
saying.
you
It's
are. Why
counting
do you
with
think-
extra steps.
So why are you touching the kids on their head?
to give them.
Because
COVID.
you're weird.
Duck. There's an indeterminate amount of ducks.
I just want you to stop touching kids on the head.
What do you want them to touch?
First of all, I'm going pro in Duck Duck Goose, and this is the only way to get there. There's not a lot of adults that are like, "Will you please, like, we can sit in a circle."
Has anybody ever taken a kid like? As a kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, you guys ever taken a kid across state lines and you're like, why is this more trouble than if I just stayed in my own state?
No, I don't have those worries, man.
No, so like, while playing Duck Duck Goose, like, did you ever dive to your seat and like hit a kid? Like, you know what I mean?
I'm just like, as an adult.
No.
No, never as an
shit.
adult.
Under 18.
I smacked this kid real hard playing Heads Up 7 Up one time, and
That always feels good.
As an adult.
yeah.
Fuck that kid.
I'm
Oh.
not allowed to teach it at school anymore, but like
Yeah.
other than that, everything kind of turned out good.
Were you guys shoe peekers at
What?
7-Up?
Pause. Wait.
Shoe peekers at Heads Up 7-Up, where you lean your head off the desk like that and look at the shoes, so they catch
Damn,
you.
that's strategy, dude.
Okay, so you're just saying
You really brought.
You're saying, are you a cheater in more words?
Right.
Yeah.
No. I just
Me
wanted
either.
to-
I've never.
I enjoy bullshit, but I had never even
Yeah,
considered
you knew
that.
that
until
term.
that.
You knew that term. You were like, where you lean your head like to the left 45 degrees,
It's like-
and like you catch a peek of Johnny, that asshole. He's always trying to get me, but he's not gonna get me this time. If you had explained it way more.
Right. It's
that
kind of
one.
like saying, have you ever tried using a plastic plunger as a dildo? It actually works kind of well. It's like, well, how do you know that? You know what I'm saying?
What a weird. Yeah, no, that's a weird. Like, don't pass
It's not
that
as
off.
weird as your shit.
It's not.
I don't think it was.
Cheating as a game as a kid isn't as weird as talking about using a plastic plunger as a dildo.
I don't know, man. It was just the
You're
first
right, because
thought in
people
my
like-
head.
They're like,
I
oh,
don't think there's honor in either. To be real with you guys, I don't think you tell your friends about it either way. Like,
Two very shameful
Yeah,
things.
it would bring great shame on my family for either one. But if my kid was like, "Hey, I gotta tell you something," I was like, "What?" And he was like, when I played 7 Up, heads up, I look at the kid's shoes. I'm like, "Oh man, that's cheating." And he goes, "Well, I got something else too. That plastic plunger, I've been using it as a dildo." I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Let me know. I'll get you an actual one.
Whoa.
No, I don't want them using because that's the
just
handle.
go back to the fucking shoe thing, Jimmy. Please.
Yeah, go play it up, sum it up. Because that's the handle.
And just tomorrow at your 6th birthday, we're not talking about this.
What'd you wish for, Jimmy? I wish for a wooden plunger. I'm like, what's he talking about? Just because I wish for some lube. Alright, enough kid and dildo.
No, it wasn't weird till you said it like that, man.
Oh, you didn't like how I phrased it?
No, it's the phrasing that's
Just
gonna
out
kill
of
me.
context. I don't think anybody. Well, maybe there is enough kids in dildos. I don't want to put the two together
Good.
anymore. You're right. We should stop it. We should put a stop to it.
Have you guys gotten
Not
your,
just here, everywhere.
Have you gotten your Wayfair packages yet?
Why?
I just keep getting kids like every time.
Damn, I just keep getting sheds. I think you owe me kids.
I didn't update my address, so I'm like sending it to the billing address as opposed to the
Shit's
shipping
crazy, dude.
Do you think?
There's too many weird things going on for it not to be something.
There's no fucking way that two items that are the exact same should be, I don't know, $9,700 apart. Like, it
Wait,
doesn't.
so does one have a kid in it and one doesn't?
Yeah, man.
I think the cheaper
There's
one
like
has a kid in it.
there's like $40 pillows, and then you'll find one for like nearly 20 grand, and it's the same pillow. And in the name description, it'll be the name of a missing kid, full first name, first last initial, shit like that.
See, I thought I was getting a cheap deal on kids when I was buying the $20 pillow.
Well,
I think that's why I just keep getting pillows.
Yeah.
Evan Lewis and I were talking about it, man, and yeah, dude, it's a crazy thing. It's just
Evan?
weird.
Evan Lewis was at our show and he did.
Yeah.
He did really well. That was a good set.
Yeah, dude, he's hilarious.
Yeah,
He's
he's
he
super
got
funny.
he's going to be doing some featuring gigs around town, and yeah, man, he's got big ambitions. He's a hard worker. He's telling me he writes like a solid hour and an hour, 2 hours a day. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's
I believe it. Yeah.
tough
he did.
shit.
The only thing better than his stand-up was his outfit, man. Like, he was.
Hey, I was
Super
nearly
stylish.
matching, but just because, you know, I got designer.
You look great too, man. You look.
Thank you.
That's a nice outfit. It was the shoe selection that he went with.
Oh, yeah.
That really crushed
yeah,
it
yeah.
for me. Evan, if you're watching this, you have great shoe selection.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's a plug. For
You're
everyone.
always looking at shoes. You're cheating in your game, looking at shoes.
Okay,
You
I-
brought up feet. You got.
I got a foot fetish, everybody. It's not a plastic plunger, but
I feel like
I don't just talk over that. I do not have a foot fetish. That was a joke.
So I feel like Christian has a foot fetish, but past that, no, I feel like having a foot fetish 20 years ago was like weird, but having a foot fetish now, people are like, yeah, that's kind of normal shit.
It's just like anxiety, I feel like.
My girlfriend dresses like a fox. I paint myself yellow when we like. It has to be so different because of how much
Extreme
more,
things have gotten.
Yeah, it used to be so much more taboo, I guess.
Everything in the top 10 on Pornhub is like, I found my mom with my brother, and then we got in the sister, and then uncle came by. You know what I'm saying? It's like all in a weird like family stupid
family
situations. Yeah, like I had a girl hit on me at my family reunion. Real talk. Because I was hitting some sweet board. I brought 2 waxed up cinder blocks, and I was skating on the basketball court. I was doing shit like kickflip board slides and like shove it board slide, fakey out, stuff like that. And like somebody came over and was like, "That girl's cute," and I'm like, "Remind her it's a family reunion." You know what I mean? Like,
Well, how many cousins away? Tell me when to stop. How many? This is 1. Tell me when to stop.
I'd put it this way: I'd never seen her before and haven't seen her since.
No, I'm saying, at what point would you be like, where?
There's no ratio there. That
you all know who Kevin Gates is. I hope you both know who Kevin Gates is.
Yeah.
Kevin Gates found out that he was having sex with like his 3rd or his 4th cousin, and he was like, "I'll be honest with you guys. I found out that she was my 3rd or 4th cousin, and I didn't stop." He was like, "We already did it." Like,
have you ever listened to his songs? The man is a freak. Like, he says some very freaky things.
He'd be holding hands without gloves on and shit.
There's one song. He starts off with saying, "Would it be wrong to want to fuck you with one of my friends?" He doesn't say friends, but
what does he say?
Spell it out really slowly.
Starts with
if you get like it. Why aren't you comfortable saying it?
Oh, because I'm just.
Don't say it, please. God, don't say it.
All right, you guys want me to say it?
No. Please, God. All right.
So yeah, he that's the first thing in the song is, "Would it be wrong if I said I wanted to fuck you with one of my pals? If I promised I wouldn't
That sounds
look
like
at
a
you
Kevin
different."
Gates lyric.
Yeah.
He says pals a lot.
He says pals a lot. I hardly can sing his songs with how much he says pals.
This is the most Kentucky conversation of all time right now. Thank you. We were talking about Eastern Kentucky, and it got us in the cousin category.
We took a quick detour to children and dildos, and then we got.
Yeah, we got.
Why'd you have to bring it up? It was out of my head.
Out of context.
God, man.
Now, people that are tuning in, it's way different than it sounds, but we're not going back into it.
Wayfair is real, and Eric is a part of it.
Fuck you, man. Don't say that shit. That's awful. I mean, they do have some great furniture, though. I just didn't know they were doing all this other shit.
I've not read into it at all.
You should. It's pretty interesting.
I think it'll stop me from making jokes about it, though, because I make a lot of jokes about it.
Yeah, it's pretty deep. I thought it was a shallow rabbit hole, but it goes deeper than it seems.
And like people's like claim against it, or their proof against it, their empirical data, I guess, is well, they said they don't do that, and then people are like, oh, okay, well.
And nobody has accidentally received one, but I don't think anybody is accidentally paying $15,000 for a pillow. You know,
the kind of people that are paying $15,000 for a pillow
aren't doing it on Wayfair.
They're not gonna notice.
And like there was a breakdown of like even in the core edit's name, Waif. WAIF is like a child, and then fair is like transfer, so it can, be a double entendre on the fucking pronunciation of it. Can be waif fair. And then there's emails between Hillary and Podesta that mention ordering pillows and stuff like that. Like, your pillows here, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't know how Bill Clinton has done so much horrible shit for so long and nothing has ever happened to him. He was our president after rape. Like, years after rape.
Look at what we have going on right now.
Yeah, you know how they get away with it? Is they're just rich white dudes. That's pretty much, like, that's it. I can't think of any other way.
Just like Epstein got off. I mean, it's...
I don't want to talk about Epstein got off.
Bad memories? I understand.
He was a shoe picker.
He was cheap.
I could see Epstein's shoes from a mile away.
He was like a $6,200 Wayfair kid.
I was just in one of the regular pillows. They got there like, what are you doing here? I was like, I don't know, but
They come home and you're just sitting on the porch with a pillow, like, hey.
Like, my pillow, like,
Are you homeless? Are you a child slave? I can't tell.
I'm homeless until you sign for me, but then I can come. Yeah, I just I don't know, man. I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, really. Like,
You know what makes me feel weird about conspiracy theories is like Alex Jones, alright? And let me express why. Because he'll say some incredibly valid stuff sometimes. And it'll be well founded. It'll have research backing it. It'll have like research that you can look into. And then sometimes he's like, they're blood goblins. And I'm like, I can't.
They're turning the frogs gay.
yeah, what is
That's
that?
my favorite quote.
I've seen that a lot, but I don't know the backstory behind
It's like
it.
the fluoride in the water.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true. That's a true thing.
Was
Like,
there fluoride in water?
it was like,
Yeah.
it was causing frogs to, like, their population to diminish in a certain area. I don't, if you want to Google it, viewers, you can Google it. But it's super weird. Like, I've met people that think space isn't real. And I also...
Have they seen this? Do they know about it? Because that proves it.
How'd they get that picture?
Yeah, that tapestry there.
Hey, it's been clear lately, so, like, you know, I go up to them farms in the middle of nowhere, Indiana. I've been able to see, like, I've been able to see, like, the band of the Milky Way galaxy in the sky because it's so clear lately.
Is that good or bad? Does that mean anything?
Yeah, it means, like, man, you don't like to look at stars? Why are you star hating?
You know what light pollution is?
Yeah.
That's what he's saying, that there's no light pollution.
Right.
And then the sky has to have certain temperatures and humidities to be more or less clear. So when the conditions are good, low humidity, nice crisp air all the way up, it's very vivid. It's unlike anything you can ever see in the city.
Yeah, I just didn't, because we were talking about conspiracy theories. So I don't know if you're like it's clear. So.
And you know, earlier we were talking about like the West and how spaced out the West is.
Did you know?
The sky out there is not. It'll look damn near something like that in the middle of the night on a clear night. Like, it's crazy how much you can see.
Huh.
I forgot what I was gonna say. It was gonna be cool.
No, come on.
It was gonna be uncool.
Yeah, don't talk yourself up. I doubt it's gonna be cool.
Shit. Oh, the United States government tried to bomb the ionosphere in like the 50s or the 60s. That's a factual statement.
Yeah,
Operation Northwoods, also a factual statement, and is bonkers to read into. Do you know what that is?
I think you were telling me about it the other day.
Yeah.
But conspiracy theories, I honestly just kind of zone out on.
It's
Like,
just a thing to do.
It's
before.
interesting because some of it's real, but some of it's fake. Like, there's been CIA documents leaked recently of their studies into astral projection and things like that.
that, like, not one of, like, nobody could do it. They couldn't find, like, one person. That bums me out. That, like, one person couldn't. Like, not even one.
Any girl that can talk about her horoscope at length can do that.
Oh,
So,
okay.
just so you know.
Yeah, did they check for horoscope girls on Tumblr when they were doing the study?
I don't know. It's just like when Mars is progressive, things happen. You know what I mean?
Is that a real term or not?
When Mercury's in power rate,
Does it matter what color? Like
It's
what
delicious.
Berry Blast.
Well, actually, isn't that just like a death
What's your
sentence?
favorite Gatorade?
The yellow one.
Ew.
Why?
Fuck you.
What's wrong with you?
I like sour things.
It's not sour. It's like
It's the most sour out of all of them.
you don't have to go like. It's just like settling for a hand job.
I just envisioned like a 9-year-old you just going to like the case, ripping open a door. Not sour enough. Throw it on the floor. Not sour enough. Throw. Get to yellow. Okay.
If you had
That's
to make
basically
if
it.
you had to make a tier list, it would be fruit punch and light blue and
Wrong,
grape at
wrong.
the top, and then everything else.
Grape?
Oh
You're
yeah,
putting grape
fierce.
up there?
Fierce.
Oh, you like cough medicine? Don't fucking talk to me about
What?
yellow and you're eating.
What
you're
kind of?
drinking
Okay,
grape.
first of all, that's way better than regular cough medicine. I don't know if you've ever had cough medicine, but it's not like that. And if you got grape cough medicine all the time, what the fuck?
Weigh in. You hit me for yellow, but you're gonna let grape fly?
Light blue is S tier, alright? There's no passing light blue. You just can't.
Light blue. Blue is truth. Blue is always good. Blue is always good.
I thought you were gonna go.
Other things might be
Oh,
experiment. That purple fierce is fucking fierce. I agree with that.
wrong.
But a lot of the fierce is pretty good.
The only one, like, if I'm thirsty enough, I'll drink all of them. Yellow's kind of the worst. Other than that, cucumber.
Oh yeah, what the fuck was that bullshit?
I don't know. It was harmful.
Here's vegetable Gatorade. Here's
Yeah.
instead of V8, it's like here's V1. Yeah, I'm saying.
I
I
remember.
got one cucumber in here.
They used to hype up V8 so much. They were just like, one of these days, like, you'll die older. Like, they were just.
I drink V8 juice often.
You drink what?
V8
Why are you so weird?
The fruit.
Do you drink
kind, though.
Tab? Like, what is it?
No, I drink the fruit V8 juice. You guys don't drink the fruit V8 juice?
I don't drink any V8 juice.
Don't you like diet caffeine-free Pepsi?
You guys
I
don't
went to Taco Bell with my friend the other day, and they gave him a cherry Pepsi, and like he took a big drink of it, and I've never seen anybody this mad about drinking anything. He was like, "Who the fuck orders this on purpose?" Like he just lost his mind. I was like,
You guys don't like cherry Pepsi though, for real?
It's pretty good.
All right.
I know.
But I
if you're
mean,
at Taco
how in
Bell-
the fuck are you not ordering Baja Blast? and
Yeah,
Taco
that's
Yeah,
it.
Bell?
absolutely. There you
That's-
go. Yeah, that's it. I didn't know they even had cherry Pepsi, honestly, because it's Baja Blast. Like,
They
you-
might not.
Someone just poured their cherry Pepsi in there.
They're like, anybody see my cup? We gave it to that guy. Well, he won't notice.
Yeah, he's got like an Arby's cup from Taco Bell.
Something about this doesn't add up.
What do you guys like sour candies though?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Warheads.
Warheads, they used to fuck my mouth up when I was a kid.
They had the. There was two different types, right? There was like regular warheads, and then there was nuclear warheads, right?
I don't remember
That
nuclear
sounds like you're
warheads.
talking about the United Nations.
Yeah.
Like,
So there was regular war crimes and then international war crimes. So they used to have like the ones that were like super sad. That would they would give me like lockjaw. Like my day was ruined. But I would also liked it a lot. So I was like, I'm gonna do this like 4 or 5 more times and then I'm done. I don't know that I eat very much sour stuff. I eat Sour Patch stuff, Warheads. That's about it.
oh, dude,
I don't fuck with lemon heads that much.
I got told I have to stop eating sour food candies because it's eroding like my enamel. Because it's acid. It's like acid. So like.
LSD. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm just dropping a Sour Patch Kid and freaking out for a day. No, I eat a whole bag of sour Skittles. I'll eat those sour chewy Starburst. I mean, the sour gummy worms. And if there's a sour candy, I've probably be eating it.
It's all right. I mean, I'm not. People look at me and think it's crazy. I'm not much of a sweets person, man. Like, I love all that shit once in a while, sure, but like, I'm just.
Every once in a while, I'll get in this mood where I'm like, candy, every candy. Especially Reese's. When Reese's comes into the mix, The Nutrageous bars are the best candy.
I don't know what Nutrageous is.
It has Reese's Pieces in it and a nougat, and it's wrapped in chocolate.
That doesn't sound bad.
I like anything Reese's. I like anything Oreo.
Oreo's good. You guys like dark chocolate?
I like dark chocolate covered blueberries a lot.
Then I could get behind that. But like just like a good like Dove like dark chocolate piece.
It's too bitter for me.
Yeah, I know it's the best. I like bitter and sour food.
You like donuts?
Not really.
I'd fuck up a whole dozen. Like if they're hot, if they're warm donuts,
I have
I'll
to be
fuck
in a
up
mood.
about a dozen. Wait, what?
I have to be in the right mood for
This
donuts.
is a nude.
I have to be in the nude. Every time I'm naked, I just fuck up some donuts.
Just that Krispy Kreme taking clothes off.
If they're warm, I can probably eat about a dozen, 2 dozen, honestly, by myself.
Baker's doesn't.
Yeah, about 37. But if they're cold, maybe 1. It's just, I don't vibe with it. I don't
Do you ever
like
get the
it.
Kroger Krispy Kreme donuts?
No.
Those are the worst, dude. It looks like someone just, like, I don't know, just like.
It's what you take to somebody in a hospital because it's
Yeah.
not going to be warm anyways. They're already depressed.
Yeah, that
Like,
was-
just here, fuck you.
yeah, if someone.
Life is this shitty.
If I was like, oh, I'm feeling suicidal, and someone's like, oh, I'll be over, and they brought me like Krispy Kreme donuts from Kroger to talk about it, I'd be like, this solidified my decision. They're so slimy. Like, why are
Hey,
they?
I'm
that
about a
slimy?
cigarette from me.
Go ahead, bro.
I don't understand what they do to make it so slimy whenever they make them. It's disgusting.
I haven't been recording.
Oh, this whole time?
Yeah.
We just.
To YouTube. I mean, to my hard drive.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
I just thought I'd mention that because, like, you know, I'm still fucking shit up. I ain't a pro at this yet, but I think I can download this from Twitch and then put it on
Yeah,
YouTube.
you should be able to.
Cut all the Wayfair stuff out.
No, leave that in there.
I don't wanna hear,
email
like-
Wayfair.
Yeah, I don't want to hear like
Check this out.
at 3 o'clock in the morning whenever he posts this to YouTube. They're like, what do you know about Wayfair?
Like, not much, man. Just the memes. Have you seen them?
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, bro. Like, I know,
What if they're
right?
like, oh, they're on to us? Like, they know.
the fucking cop there to arrest me and kill me is like, dude, we should do something about
Yeah.
this.
Like, I don't think this guy is armed and dangerous like they told us he was.
Are you into fucking kids, sir?
Yeah.
Then help me. Or you're a bitch.
Just so you know,
A-cab.
if that out of context, are you into fucking kids, sir? Then help me. Like, that could go so wrong.
Shit. Fuck.
That's a sound
Why?
bite.
Why? God damn it.
That's a sound bite they're using against you. If you ever come out, if you're like, you know what, I got straight proof on Wayfair. They're like,
Andrew just squeaked like a goddamn fire.
No, my
Smoke detector.
No, it was my shoe.
bullshit. He's a robot that's working for them.
That's the first time I've ever accused something of making a noise and then was able to replicate that noise first try. I just want you all to know that. You know when you sit in a chair and it sounds like a fart and someone's like, you farted? And you're like, no, it's the... and it doesn't do it. That's the only time it's ever happened. Ever. 28 years.
28 years of farts while sitting.
I keep farting every time I sit in chairs. People are like, what is that? I'm like, it's the leather. And they're like, the chair's plastic. I'm like, okay.
Are you queefing a lot, man?
Yeah. You caught me.
Dude, I would get so mad when someone would fart in school. Like, just a silent fart. And then, like, we all smell it, but no one's saying anything. I'm like,
Dude.
just own up to it, you fucking coward.
My good buddy Justin Huff in his history class once ripped a nasty fart. Of course, I'm the fat kid. He's the skinny kid. He blames it on me, and everybody's like, "That's sick." And I'm like, "I swear to God!" You know what I'm saying? Like, ah.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I just, like, that's what I would hate. Because, like, you can't get up and go anywhere now. Because they're going to assume it's you. If I, like, one time I had to pee super bad. And, like, I was getting ready to go ask the teacher. And then it hit us like a brick wall. And I was like, God, now I can't go to the bathroom because they were like, it was him. You know what I mean? Like, if you get up after it smelled like shit for 15 minutes, you're like, can I go to the bathroom? They're like, dude, it was you. Like, you have to
Hey,
Dude, my friend was telling me the story about like So he had to fart really bad in class, and he was like, it's going to be loud, so I need to distract everybody. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this book and I'm going to fart at the same time so that nobody hears. Nobody hears the fart. But what happens is he drops the book
and then
and
farts.
then everybody looks at him, and then he goes, and then everybody just like, it's so fucking embarrassing. Like, so it makes my face hot thinking about that happening to him.
I got one for you. You know those big AC units in schools, and if you drag your hand across the grills, it'll go wonk, wonk. You know, they're loud, they echo and shit.
Yeah.
I was sitting on one of those in 3rd grade, and the teacher was reading a book and like turning the page. It's real quiet, and I farted, and it was like echo, like wah 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 wah.
Have you ever had
And then the smell.
Circulates
Yeah.
in the room. Dude, this one time I was giving a presentation, and I don't know if you guys ever had one of those farts that gets worked loose by a sneeze, but
Oh yeah.
so I was.
I've had a shit get knocked loose by a sneeze.
Painted the whole wall. So I sneezed and farted, and it was loud. I mean, like, I said, and then I went, like, and I left. Like,
Dude.
in the middle of my book report, I was just like, fuck y'all, like, I gotta go. And they were like, I feel like when I left, they were just like, oh, eat shit. Like, I just never talk to anybody again. It's fine.
I remember in this one chair we had in high school, there was like no opening in the back, and like the way I would sit and everything, whenever I would fart, it would come out by my back. One time ripping one, it made my back ripple.
Horrible. Are you guys okay? Start drinking like
I was in ISAP, and ISAP is like in school.
It was suspension.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like detention.
Yeah.
And there was just like a row of chairs, all right? It was like a relatively small room, and they have these super hard chairs, all right? And I'm like, if I fart right now, because I have to, it's gonna be loud. I should lean, and whatever happened, the guy that was next to me, we made real intense eye contact, and it didn't make it any quieter when I leaned. So it just kind of like, there was only us. Like I couldn't be like, no, like that ain't me. Like
That was you.
Look at him like he did something. Like.
So, not a fart story, but in biology in high school, there was this kid, and he was just kind of a strange ranger.
Strange
And
ranger.
That was your nickname?
What? yeah. Like I said, he's in the Wayfair.
Fuck.
So he was like, I could probably kill everybody in this classroom. And it was before most of the school shootings, so I was like, oh, really? He's like, no, you couldn't. And he goes, yeah. He goes, I could kill people just by a scream. And I was like, I don't know what that means. And so I goes, do it. And he goes, no, people will die. With a lot of power comes a lot of responsibility. So I go, well, just do it to where it might knock someone out. And so he goes, okay. So we're lining up at the door, and there was these cabinets on the side of the wall. So, like, they'd be right. Someone posted it.
Pussy farts. I can imagine it creeping into my pussy and up through my lips and shit now.
Oh God, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So what happened?
That's gonna ruin pussies for me. So
Looks like it already has.
And I'm gay.
You heard it here first. So there was these cabinets in these walls. There's spaces in the cabinets. So he pulls it together. I'm gonna try to do the noise. I can't do the noise. So whatever it is isn't good enough. But he leans forward. His name's Brennan. Brennan, if you're watching this, get in contact and record the scream. He goes, like that. So loud. And so then everybody looks back because he just shrilled. And he leans against the wall in the cabinets like this and just goes, and points at me. And I was like, dude, it's clearly the kid. Like, don't hide and point. You have to pick one. Like, you can't be like, no, look, no one's here, but also it was that guy. So.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he was a weird dude, man.
We had the girl that would hiss like a cat at people and go, "Meow, meow, you're cursed, meow." Like with terrible makeup.
Like we all had one. We only had one of those.
She stunk, but would let you hit.
All right.
Is it worth it?
I don't know. I never found out. I wasn't like,
Hey, stinky girl who hisses. What are you doing after school today?
Hey, girl who hisses stinky.
Can you clear your schedule, please?
And she was like, I was just gonna take a cat nap, but
give her some catnip to play with, if you know what I mean.
Here's some tapioca pudding.
Oh my god.
Cats like that, don't they?
Tapioca.
They got rough tongues.
Did she wear like one of the collars?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What was this, middle school or high school?
High school.
So
it'd be weird if it was middle school if you were there. Yeah, she'll let you hit. That's great.
I have kind of a, well, I mean, that would explain the hissing, but I have kind of a story like that. But like his, like his,
he was letting them hit.
So there was this guy. I went to Shelby County High School, and if any of the
where's
people
that at?
in Shelby County. So I left to move to Danville. I came back. There was a kid that I guess came in while I was gone. He called himself Satan, and he would just like, he would fucking growl at people. All right, and I was enjoying my day. It was like early in the morning. I think it was like right after first block, and I didn't know this kid. I didn't know this was a fucking thing. He just did it to me, and I smacked him like instinctively because I was like, I don't know what this is. I need to deal with it somehow. I was like 16 years old, and that's how you deal with shit. He was like, "Rrr," and I was like, "Bow!" And
that's not a good enough growl. Give me a real
can't
growl.
because I'm not the true Satan. But
you don't have a better growl than that.
No.
Yes, you do.
So, anyways, yeah, he never did that shit again. I don't think to anyone, but especially not to me because I smacked him real hard the one time. So maybe you should have just smacked the girl that hissed the one time that she did it to you.
So you trained him like a dog?
Yeah.
I wasn't
Like
into violence. I'm sure she was. I mean, come on, that'd probably turn her on.
You should have smacked that girl in high school, is what Andrew's saying.
Yeah.
Nah.
For pretending to be a cat, you should have committed violence on her.
He's right.
I mean, yes, but I don't want to be the chosen one.
No, I'm not. I'm disagreeing with Andrew's stance on it. I'm with you. Yeah, you should not have hit her.
I'm very pro-violence.
I think she needs hit.
If a guy growls at you, if someone's buying lottery tickets in front of you at the gas station, both problems that can be solved with violence. This lady spent I don't know, her entire life savings in front of me the other day. Probably like $300 in lottery tickets.
That's a sad life.
What can convince you to do that though? Like, you have
somebody's gonna win.
Like,
might as well be you. It's gonna be me.
Otherwise, I was just gonna spend this money on my kids. But
yeah, probably math, really.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I saw one of the YouTube channels, Mr. Beast. They bought, I think it was something like $30,000-ish worth of lottery tickets, and they won back over 20. So They put a lot of winners in there to keep them going. I mean, like, I know a lottery addict that's hit like $10,000-$15,000, and that fuels it even more.
I'll bet, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Just like Flappy Bird, you know what I mean? Like the same, like the failure, the more the failure, like the bigger the payoff whenever you do get it. That's why Flappy Bird was such like a great
That
movie.
is a very specific. Rest in peace, Flappy Bird. It's not around anymore, is it?
No.
They sell iPhones with that still on it that they never updated for like thousands of dollars.
No, that's way fair. Like they're like, this is an iPhone for $20,000. They're like, it has Flappy Bird on it. You guys aren't putting together the puzzle pieces on that one?
I don't. I just want Flappy Bird to exist again. That's all I want.
Yeah, well,
Make Flappy Bird great again.
I didn't like Flappy Bird, honestly.
Nah, I fucking struggle with it. Yeah, I don't like
I think
struggling.
I got like 20 points once.
I don't even know if that was, I can't remember that. I did it like twice, and I was like, this is gonna make me break my phone. I don't
You
handle
just
it.
do this. That's it. That's the recipe. But do it good.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it better
Yeah.
than people that are losing.
I feel like I'm losing.
Losing. You look like you're losing like consciousness. Or
Yeah. Eh.
That noise doesn't make
No,
That was some
it's
reassurance right there.
yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
I'm Narcoleptic.
I think you're losing consciousness.
It's been a long night. It's been a long night.
Yeah, just not saying a word when someone says that and making a noise. That will clear it.
I think
Sir, are you drunk?
I last woke up at like 6 p.m. off like a couple hours sleep, and then I had like a 2-hour nap. Since then, at some
2 hour
point,
power nap.
maybe 3. So yeah, I'm probably just low on batteries.
Well,
Need a recharge.
we're 7 minutes out from the conclusion of this thing, so I think that you're making it through.
Hell yeah! I didn't even know what time it was. Time flies when you're having fun, and
Give us a quick recap of what we've talked about.
no, absolutely not.
there any-
You can. Cancelled.
Well, you two white men try to make me say the N-word. That was something.
Is that what the word was? We never knew what it was.
So,
We
if you missed
thought it was pal.
If you missed the earlier part of the broadcast,
Look directly at the camera.
Christian said
oh,
the N.
okay, don't look
He
at the...
said the N word a lot. Hard R. He was like talking about. He was just talking about a trip to the gas station. He wasn't even talking about racial injustice in America. So just if you guys want to report him or call the cops.
I'm glad racism is a joke to you guys because it's not to me.
Fuck. I'm over here. I'm just waving the giant white flag that I wear. My flag of the South. The true flag of the South. We're all in white.
How many?
Fuck.
How many cans?
I did not realize. See,
many-
this got worse.
How many cans of beans do you think you could eat at once?
Goya brand beans. Goya.
I feel like
Great for President Trump and great for you.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I love Saison a lot, and I didn't throw away anything. I was just like,
What's Saison?
it's Goya packets.
Oh, yeah. Great. Saison or whatever. Hell yeah.
I don't really participate in cancel culture. I think that like if someone does something fucked up, you should talk about it, and they should realize.
I mean, some people
why
deserve to
was
be
it.
canceled.
Yeah.
Totally. Like,
That whole
imagine
Trump
if,
family.
if like.
But it
yeah.
never works.
Maybe
That's-
except for Barron Trump. I
Like,
don't know what his
what
political
if-
ideas are.
Well, what if the Cosby shit came out right when it started? Like, for one week, they could have canceled. Like, if people were progressive enough, they could have canceled them, prevented there from being more victims. Like, it's good to speak up and acknowledge evil. you know.
I
But
think it depends on the situation. Like, I think if
a lot of times it just goes overboard.
But
and
I think most of the
let's
time
get
it's never
full
that.
facts.
But it's never that. It's never like. I'm of course speaking in like hyperbole here, but it's almost never like justifiable. I mean, I guess it is kind of.
A lot of
it's like Kevin Hart, right? Kevin Hart made some inappropriate jokes, 5-6 years ago, and then they were just like, "You don't get to host, like you don't get to fulfill your dream."
Oh yeah, and
I don't know what he said.
He made some homophobic remarks about his son, kind of.
yeah, and especially he was talking about, basically how his son better not act gay.
Yeah, to me it just sucks because like, what about his gay fans? Like now he knows.
I mean, and like, I feel like that's a relatable thing for a lot of people out there. So I think that in that sense, that joke still works, even if it is homophobic, because.
But the thing is,
like, race jokes work, and at their core, they're all racist. But a lot of them work. You know what I mean? Like,
I just think it's about
the topic.
like, because like, so now, like, I think the issue is that like whenever he makes that joke, like it is relatable to so many guys, and now they're like, yeah, like that's normal, that's a funny thing to do, when it's not.
I don't think it.
Like,
I don't think
he
it.
should be promoting it.
I don't think it promotes that ideal. If anything, you're making fun of it because it's such a silly thing to be worried about. But yet, people still, and it's just acknowledging something that exists.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that, and like that's the trouble with comedy is because comedy relies so much on subtext and stuff. So like,
It's super hard for us, I guess. Well,
everybody's going to have different opinions, and they're all valid.
our job is to make jokes, to see humor where other people wouldn't see humor, and I guess that's where he's coming from, and where you're coming from is like you shouldn't qualify this statement, and I don't think that's what we're doing. I think he's just saying like that. Seeing humor where other people don't it's a common trait that we all have. And a lot of people are going to say the jokes that I make are inappropriate, or that you make are inappropriate, or that he makes are inappropriate. And it's just kind of like not excusing behavior, but it is like picking fun at something and seeing humor where other people wouldn't.
Well, a comedian, you said their job is to make fun. I feel like it's a proper comedian expresses what is funny to them.
yeah, well,
What's funny to you may be different from somebody else.
Except for farts. They're funny
Universally.
everyone.
so like the thing, like I used to do a whole lot of like,
Fart jokes.
yeah, just a whole lot of. I used to do a lot of satirical like white supremacist jokes. And stuff. Like I would just talk like a white supremacist, but I would make it super fucking stupid. I'd be like, I'm gonna go vote for Trump, me, and like after he done banging my cousin and stuff. But like, so I would do like certain things and stuff, and like I noticed that like there were some people that were unironically liking the jokes. So like, haha, like yeah, that's funny, stupid liberals. And I was like, well, time out. I think that you don't get it. I think that you're not getting this joke because I'm making fun of you guys.
Fellas, is Fortnite overrated?
I've never played it.
Fortnite is.
I think it is. In my opinion.
Yeah, I can't
It's
really
just
say
kinda
because
shit.
I haven't really played much. I've played literally one time and thought I won until I realized it was just the bots killing each other off. And I don't know.
It's kind of like
just,
shitty PUBG.
I can't speak on them, man. I don't really play. I like driving games. I don't really play first person shooters. I've never even played Call of Duty.
I like FPS and shooting games more than anything, so I didn't really like Fortnite. It's just like building stuff. If I want to build shit, I can go outside and do that, right? I can't just shoot people and then them respawn.
I want to try out Minecraft. I've never played Minecraft, but it looks really involved now. It used to be a really simple game. I think I downloaded it once and it was a really simple game, and now there's like so many more like blocks and features and shit. Like
Different kind of blocks, different kind of crafts, different kind of mines.
Minecraft.
well, I guess that's about time. You want to let them know again what's going on now and in the future with the spots. Remind everybody what's up.
So Loose Dog Comedy, which would be us, we have worked out a deal with Union Station. We're going to be setting up more shows. We're going to be setting up open mics. Comedians, if you're watching this and you were interested in performing, just shout out, just let either of us know.
Yeah.
We are going to probably be setting them up, 2 or 3 weeks apart. He's panning the camera.
And we're pandering.
So, tomorrow we are going to be streaming the show. It'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern. That will be on my channel. That'll be on Twitch, Rarest Pupper. Definitely check that out. Thanks a lot for, letting us promote our stuff, Eric.
Hell yeah.
If you have anything else to say.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to hit my hand as many times as you did, but I will try. So we're working a lot with the new owner at Union Station. Saturday we have Andrew will be hosting actually, and then we have Jason Stivers, Bo Harris, Big Daddy Ice, John Smothers, and myself. I think it's gonna be a great show, and if you guys can make it out, I think that you definitely should.
Hell yeah. Well, thanks again, guys, and fuck yeah. See you later.
All right. Later, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
No more Wayfair talk.